Hello, and welcome to a new video of Animal Farm by George Orwell. This story is an allegory, by the way. The story is set on a farm in England, and the historical events of this actually took place in between 1917 and 1945 in Russia. And these are the chapters. In chapter 1, Old Major, this pig reveals his dream, and the animals learn a beast of England. Old Major dies, and the animals drive out Mr. Jones. The manor farm becomes Animal Farm. The 7 commandments of animalism are written by the pigs. Chapter 3. The animals run the farm, and Snowball organizes committees. Napoleon educates the puppies. In Chapter 4, Mr. Jones tries to recapture the farm, but he and the other farmers are driven off in the Battle of Cowshed, where the animals and him fight. Here. In Chapter 5, Snowball proposes a windmill, but Napoleon signals the dogs to drive Snowball away. Napoleon cancels Sunday debates and announces that the windmill will be built after all. Napoleon basically blames Snowball for the breaking of the windmill later on. Chapter 6, Napoleon announces trade with the humans. The pigs move into the farmhouse, and Napoleon blames Snowball for the collapse of the windmill. Yeah, that's in Chapter 6, he blames Snowball. In Chapter 7, the hens protest when Napoleon decides to sell their eggs, and Squealer tells the animals that Snowball was in league with Mr. Jones from the start. The dogs kill Napoleon's enemies, and some self-confess traitors. Napoleon abolishes the singing of Beasts of England. In Chapters 8, Mr. Frederick pays for the pile of timber with forged banknotes. Mr. Frederick and the other farmers attack the farm and destroy the windmill, but are driven off by the animals in the Battle of the Windmill. The pigs celebrate their victory by getting drunk, just like humans. In Chapter 9, Boxer collapses and is taken away by the slaughterer. Squealer says that Boxer died in the hospital, and the pigs hold him a memorial banquet for themselves in Boxer's honor. In Chapter 10, few animals remain who remember the life before the rebellion, and the pigs start walking on their legs and carry whips and become exactly like humans. And the animal farm becomes into the manor farm, which is basically Mr. Jones' farm, the human farm. And themes in Animal Farm are the corruption of socialist ideas in the Soviet Union, the societal tendency towards class stratification, the danger of a naive working class, the abuse of language as instrumental to the abuse of power, and absolute power absolutely corrupts. These are very important in Animal Farm. And that's it for the Animal Farm.